Julie is going to share with you what happened when she was right where you are. She looked at something and said, what if? So go ahead, Julie.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for inviting me today, Jill. I just love the, for lack of a better word, the sisterhood, women who just cheer each other on and truly are encouraging and not critical. We deal with so much criticism in this world that having a family of all different types of people in all different types of states that just want the same thing. They want to see you win. They want to see you shine. And I just love that. So my story started about 4 years ago. I was a pregnant, busy nurse. I was working 2 jobs, one on the floor. I'd get up at 4:50 every morning. I'd leave my house by 6. I'd get home at about 9 o'clock at night. My husband had just finished or was in his doctoral program for physical therapy. I had a second job working in a research lab, researching ergogenic aids, nutritional supplements. So we would pass each other like ships in the night. We had a wonderful relationship, but I definitely wish that I would have gotten to see him more. But we were trying to build something for the new family that we were creating. And so we moved to New Jersey. I live in southern New Jersey right now, and we were buying our first home together in preparation for our daughter. And we happened to move in next door to a family physician. And that family physician shared phytonutrients and capsules with me when I was about 6 months pregnant. And because of my background, working in allopathic medicine and being a researcher, and I was a nationally ranked athlete, I had done figure competitions, my husband worked in supplement research, I really thought that we knew everything that there was to know about nutrition. I also have an autoimmune disease. I'm a celiac. So I had really been juicing, and I'd been to naturopaths and functional medical doctors and nutritionists and all different types of way to improve my health. I didn't want to be on some of the medications that I was on, and I was going to do anything that I could to support my immune system, especially being pregnant. My ego kind of got in the way in the beginning. I really didn't know what he was talking to me about. I just kind of knew that I was on this path. I was overwhelmed. I was moving and I was working so much. I didn't really give it any thought, but it wasn't until my daughter was about 10 weeks old and I was taking her to the doctor that this neighbor came out and he said, you know what, Julie, I think I know a way that you can stay home with your daughter. And that was my true calling. I having celiac disease, it gave me some infertility issues. And, my husband and I had tried for years to have her. And so when we finally did, I just wanted to take care of her. I wanted to take care of her myself. I didn't want to put her in daycare. My family didn't live close to me. So that was a true dream. And so I had no idea what he was going to share with me, but we did decide to go and have dinner with him that night. And he shared, Dr. Winston, my neighbor, shared with me a community of like-minded people that were all about prevention. And I listened to him talk about, juicing in capsules, which, having a brand new baby and being a juicer, that fell to number 1,000 on my list. I just was not caring for myself like I normally would be. So I started consuming product and I totally got the mission. Working in a hospital, that was something that I wish that I could have offered to my patients all the time. And I would sit there and I would pray, Lord, connect me with a higher purpose. I know that if I could just get nutrition into all of these people, I could really help them in the long term, prevent disease, to stay out of the hospital. So this physician and I made a pact on this day that we would together help as many people stay out of the hospital as we treated in the hospital. And so, when you have a passion for something, a passion that is bigger than yourself, a passion that you just want to help and impact the world, it makes you fearless. And sometimes there is a lot of fear that comes with it, but my desire to help others helped me to overcome that fear. And the people that, surrounded me in this community and locked arms with me in this community, through their bravery and passion, it helped me to find that courage within myself to go bigger. And, I really never looked back. Not only did I start consuming this product and started to feel myself like my nails were growing, my hair was growing, where, if you have an autoimmune condition, things in your body, they just don't work properly. And whatever condition that you have, I malabsorbed. So I wasn't sleeping properly. My skin was poor. My nails wouldn't grow. My hair wouldn't grow. My digestion was very, very weak. I had chronic heartburn. I had bouts of insomnia, like I said, exhaustion. My biggest thing is I used to have eczema from all over my elbows. It's something that comes along with celiac disease. It's called herpetiform dermatitis. And that plagued me for years, and it wouldn't go away no matter what lotion, potion, or cream that I put on. And I had a baby to feed, and my baby was a C-section baby. So I really had to worry. I was worried about her gut health. So just by consuming this and nursing her, I could see her becoming more nourished. I saw myself becoming more nourished. And this doctor didn't say to me, oh, just take this and, everything will be fine. He said, you need to stay on this for a year and really live this lifestyle. And, the people in my community, they helped me to let go of some other bad habits, caffeine, dairy. They really cared about my health in general. And I remember that year point, because I was skeptical. I'm a scientist. I remember at that year point going up to this physician and hugging him and just saying, thank you so much for continuing to share something that I could have benefited from, regardless of what my ego said, regardless of what my community said. He stuck with me. And that's what I've seen so much with the women and the men that are involved. It's just like they care about you in general. And that is something that I never saw in the hospital. That's not something that I really ever saw, period. It's just people who love you, who don't even know you, just like Jill does with me. I mean, we just care about each other. Another thing, my husband stopped having bouts of seasonal allergies. He actually had an autoimmune condition called alopecia areata, where he lost patches of his hair. And after about a year and a half, they started growing back. About 2 years, my eczema was completely gone. So it is a journey. Every time I would do something to put money in that nutritional bank, I would see benefits. And my health, I felt kind of peeled away like an onion. I would have a level of vibrance, and then something would come up and my body would heal, and I'd have another level of vibrance. So 3.5 years in, this is what my life looks like today. I am a retired nurse. I never had to go back to the hospital. I fully replaced my income in under 2 years. I work with a team of pure, positive, and passionate people that just want to see other people get healthy. I have a 3.5-year-old, almost 4-year-old, I can't believe that, who's never had a medication, ever. And it's not because I don't know about them or I wouldn't give them to her. Her immune system is so supported that she's never had to have anything. She had one little cough this winter, no flu, nothing. And as a mom and as a woman who had her tonsils out at 4 years old, that's a true gift to be able to give to my daughter. And not only that, I've gotten to raise her. I've gotten to pick her up every day from school. I block out 12 to 2 every single day to have lunch with her. She knows me. She knows that mom's always going to be there. And the coolest thing, because I am a researcher, is we just had a study on DNA and DNA repair. And my husband and I are planning on having a second child. And that's really cool that we have the financial, stability to be able to even think about that. But I'm going to be able to pass on a healthier set of genes to my next child that I did my daughter. And that's just a really interesting and cool thing to be able to offer that child, a gift for someone that hasn't even been born yet, just because I said yes to a mission, 3.5 years ago. So I encourage anybody who wants something more, who knows that their life has a higher purpose, who wants to be supported by people who are just positive and want to love them where they are. This is it. Find something that you are passionate about and go for it wholeheartedly. And if you're scared to do it, lock arms with the women that you see here and the women that are involved in this community, because they will help you. And that's something. I never had a sister before. I only had brothers, and I've gotten to have thousands of sisters through this community. And I'm so grateful. So Jill, I appreciate you inviting me on this call today. And, for anybody who, wants something more, I would definitely encourage you to take a look at this.